And we will leave it there with various people getting treatments. Either you're considered heavily damaged, it will take a good while for you to heal up to full. Brother OhmA, you'll probably be getting some upgrades at the same time as you're getting treatment. Dread, yeah, you're not going to be very well for a while, but also might get some upgrades.
God damn it. At this rate, I'll have more fucking implants than the tech priest has.
No way.
That's not necessarily a bad thing.
It's not, but it's should have wrote tech priest instead.
Welcome to being set on fire.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
One of the things which is most horrible in this system.
I'm just thinking, if this is what this place was like, just think what level 900 would have been like.
Well, at level 900 you have bolters, so you just go. You don't have to ask questions anymore. It's just shoot everything.
This didn't go very well.
I think it was meant to be like this, kind of like a wake-up call after the relatively easy first session.
After here's 12 melee guys that you'll kill before they get in range.
Yeah. I assume that me and the Adept have gone back to his apartment.
Yep. In fact, Eva and Brother OhmA will be able to, in between treatments. Okay. Dread will be staying with them for a little while.
Sit this one out.
Dread will be inducted into the Tech Priest's order.
He can become lay brother of the Mechanicus.
Yeah, or a Serveter.
So can we look through the contents of what we have retrieved? The 2 chests and the book.
And the drugs.
Yes, drugs.
Okay, we'll start off with the drugs. Always a good thing to start off with. Right. Drugs. Right. So it is currently amongst the less dangerous drugs amongst that you can identify here. A very large amount of ghost fire extract, which is actually very rare and only found on one planet in the entire sector. It's used quite often, actually, by members of the Imperial Guard or Astra Militarum for stormtroopers. It makes them extremely quick, fearless.
It's combat drugs.
Yeah. There's also Halo, which dulls the senses, means that you don't generally worry about things around you. There is also a couple of doses. Can't remember what it was called. There's some dream juice, which enhances mental clarity for a while, and then tends to knock your socks off. There are some nasty poisons.
I really need to get a needler.
There's some truth revealed, which is an interrogation drug. It's almost like a truth serum.
Well, these will all be useful.
Are we even allowed to make use of them, though?
Why wouldn't we?
I don't know. It's evidence, or whatever you could say.
You'll
Yeah,
find
there's
that
also a few doses of something called Spook. Actually, there's quite a lot of Spook.
that's the one that enhances latent psychic ability.
No, that one actually helps you deal with fear effects of demons and things. And no, there is also some of the. In fact, there is. Probably a couple of planets worth of that one. I'm just trying to remember what the name is. Can you remember what the name of it is?
Sorry, back one?
One which awakens latent psychic powers.
It's a drug, isn't it?
Yes.
I should have it in the thing here. We glanced over it like yesterday or today. Too far. It's Spook? No, not Spook.
No, that's for demons.
Slot.
It's for fear and dealing with psychic phenomena and things.
Yes, Spook. This drug can enhance and even produce short-term psychic abilities of the user.
Oh, who knew?
Yeah, we're looking for. Yeah, on a successful, the user gains a power from table 5, 15 random psychic powers. Psychic power, blah, blah, blah.
Yes, there's quite a lot of Spook. There's also Night Dust, and useful listing, which tends to send people into an insane, drowsy state. There's also Slam, which doubles strength and then permanently cripples people. There's some Summoner, which can imitate death.
So we basically have every drug known to the Imperium in here.
Pretty much.
Have a lot of them.
How much did you grab? I was imagining you just grabbed a handful here, but
No, we took the chest.
Yeah, we have.
oh, this was within the
chest full of
chest.
drugs.
Okay.
Well, one of the chests. We still examine the other chest, which has ledges and various coinage.
Yep. You have 70 of the Slaanesh coins. We've got bureaucracy. Have you? Can you make a Medicaid roll?
Any modifier?
No. Okay.
Nope, I can't.
Right. Don't worry about that. And going through the chest with the coins and things in there, there are several ledgers which actually leads to where Crazius has funds and things, which in hands of an adept of the administrator could give you a certain amount of wealth.
Right, so it was basically Crazius's warehouse that we went to then. Right, just need to double check which part of the chain he was in.
Crazius was the guy who brought...
Crazius was the one who delivered it.
Yes. The Domus was the one who was shipping the device to level 900.
Yes, Domus was the one that I was going to work for and do the escort.
Yeah.
So yeah, Crazius is the guy who took the device to Domus.
He's also the person that owned the warehouse you just been to.
How much throne geld was in the chest?
Only 250. However, Serveter, from the paperwork and things, you can probably get another 12,000 throne geld.
12,000.
We're gonna need that money if we want to take on these bastards.
Yeah.
Outfit everyone with power armor.
That would be basically selling things like his stocks and so on. Effectively.
Dear Inquisitor, I know I was a bitch to you beforehand, but could you please send us some Ultramarines?
Ultramarines? They're pansies. They wouldn't be able to solve this.
Fuck those guys.
We just need the muscle, that's all.
Well, then we get Space Wolves in.
Any meat shield will do.
Okay.
Yeah, any meat shield that's not a particular Imperial Guard.
With the cogitator that I would have, would I be able to track any sources for those bank accounts and things? Would I be able to trace where somebody
From the books that you picked up from the desk, yes. And also where some of them have gone to.
Well, it's more if we can possibly get the tech priest in and follow it through the system to see if we can find a location where this guy might be now.
You're pretty sure that the guy that was sacrificed in area was Crazius? It's hard to it was hard to recognize. But you think he was the guy in the warehouse that was in the center of the circle?
Well, he's not going to be needing his money then.
Yeah, so it looks like someone's getting rid of the chain. Someone's cleaning house. I'm just thinking while I'm going through recovery and when I do get to meet up with these guys, I'm assuming that they'd be able to describe to me what they saw in terms of that the ritual that was performed. Would you guys have done that?
Well, I was trying to not look at it too much. for fear of corruption.
Okay, Serveter, did you happen to look at it?
Well, of course, I need to look at these things to understand what happened.
Okay, would you have described it to me?
Probably not so far, but I'd be able to.
Okay then.
You're going to have at least a few days of downtime.
Yeah. So yeah, at some point, I would ask what was in the warehouse. So, if you describe that to me, is that something that I would perhaps recognise, or would twig any memories within me? Or is that completely different to what I've
You
seen?
recognise the idea of the central power focus of the circle and so on, but the actual particulars, not really.
Right, it doesn't jog any memories in me. Okay.
Did we decide to examine the book?
You can do.
I'll be examining everything.
Right. How many days have elapsed so far?
This is basically the morning of the next day, so currently you're all here except for Dread, although OhmA was due to be heading for some treatment.
How many? How often do wounds heal naturally?
Critical wounds, generally 1 point per month of intense hospital treatment. There are some other things which can hasten such things. Usually heavy wounds, which is over your toughness bonus in wounds, is about a weak point, and the others are a day point.
So
With
normal
Medicaid,
wounds.
I can increase those though.
Yes.
So normal wounds are just like 1 a day.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm back up to 9, I think.
Yep.
I make a successful Medicaid, I think I can add about 3 or 4 points onto that.
Okay, so I'm back up to full then.
You'll certainly be back up to full before next session, as it were.
Where would I be? Say it's a week, and I'm getting, attention at the hospital every day. How many points would I be back up to?
Okay. Roll 2d5.
2d5. Oh,
Slash roll.
I've got the slash yet. Six.
You get 6 wounds back initially. If that puts you within your toughness bonus,
6 wounds back. Okay, so that's 9. Which my toughness bonus.
You haven't got a toughness of 50, so you're still heavily wounded. You'll take
Still
another
heavily wounded.
also. So, yes, it's not a very quick healing system. So unless you've got a psycho. Which we don't. Although, I'll need to talk to Igor as to whether he wants his legs back.
This is where you become a Drider. You basically become a spider mech.
Yep.
Or whether you want cybernetic for the commission. Right. But anyway, beyond that, can you make a willpower check? Serveter, not Serveter.
Just a
or
flat
read
check?
book.
Just a flat check.
Just a flat check, but you can re-roll it.
Does the psychic resistance make any difference?
No. Okay.
Mystical cold's no fear for me.
No, it's very interesting. But you do gain 5 corruption.
Wow.
Color me unsurprised.
This book will be very useful to carry around with you. If you're using it, you can get. If you have it to hand, you can get +10 on demonology checks.
I hope that doesn't risk more corruption points on use.
It probably does.
Yes, it does. It's a very useful little book.
I think I'll have to lock it away for the moment.
Until you get enough corruption not to care anymore.
It's not my fault the book is talking to me. It has some very good ideas.
So, how do I heal at the tech priests? Or do we need to have a separate conversation about that?
We'll have a bit of a conversation when I've figured out XP and things. How much? You're on 700, aren't you?
Yeah.
All of you should be on about 700. After
yes.
it's fairly rough, so probably give you about 400. What I'll probably do effectively for you, Eldest, is I think your next rank will allow you to get certain things anyway. One of which will be Auto-Sanguine, which will get you... You'll suddenly start to be able to regenerate and things. It's... might be...
I don't see it, actually.
See where it is. Been doing too much of Vogue Trader and stuff. It might be just an upgrade, as it were. You haven't got it automatic.
Answer.
It might be just an implant, as it were. It's something that hasn't been turned on yet.
Well, it shows up under Technomancer.
Yeah, alright. What rank is that? Is that the base or?
No, that's rank 6, I believe.
Yeah, we're definitely doing too much Rogue Trader. You effectively start off at the Dark Heresy equivalent would be 5th rank. But yes, you'll probably be, in that case, plugged into a few bits and pieces for a while, which will filter through your stuff, and you'll effectively have Auto-Sanguine for that period. So you will heal back up to full. Meanwhile, you can also get some further cybernetics if you wish. So yeah, it'll take about 2 days for you actually to get back up to full.
Okay, well, that's fast enough.
It's basically they drain your blood and replace it with a few other chemicals and things in preparation for getting Auto-Sanguine later on. Right. So how did people find that session?
Oh, it's turned off, alright. Well,
Yeah, it was good, but I'm really kicking myself for going into that room.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that that guy managed to get into that room and warn them. Because
Actually, I blame Dread because Dread went charging ahead of us all the way up those stairs, and combat started with half of us on the other side of the corridor.
no, I went up the stairs to look, and suddenly there are 4 or 5 guys in my face. That's what happened.
You didn't state your intentions. If you said that you were doing that, I would have told someone else to go up with you or come up with you myself.
well, Mozgus came up afterwards.
There we go.
In fact, it's just as well, really, I didn't come right up behind you because, of course, we had those 4 guys come round the back who I am convinced came through that tunnel.
No, they
Or
came from behind the warehouse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were actually down the far end. They'd taken out the lights nearby. They were expecting somebody to come to the area.
This is why I wanted the full Arbite strike team with us.
Would have certainly been helpful for the cultist and his bodyguards.
Mhm.
So driving a repressor tank into that building would probably have done the trick.
Also.
Might have been noticed approaching though.
Depends how fast it approaches.
Mm-hmm.
They can notice all they want if they can't get out of the way.
Yeah, go supersonic, and they won't even hear us.
I don't think the Arbites have Valkyries.
Not generally, no. Neither does PDF.
I also cannot pilot a Valkyrie yet.
Give me a few hours, I'll probably learn how to do it.
I know Kung Fu.
Intentions.
So, I think my mic was turned off earlier, but about the bionic legs things, will I have access to a good version or a poor version of legs?
Oh, it depends how much your companions are willing to part with.
The money that,
Well, we've just secured 1,200 thrown gelt from
12,000.
12,000.
Thousand. Good.
Yes.
Give some good legs.
We
Yeah,
didn't even spend the 20.
Exactly. Yeah, we've still got the other stuff.
You went straight off to the warehouse. I did expect you to go and get some equipment. Probably not enough to deal with 2 bodyguards, but
No, because I thought we only needed like a couple of combeats or something, and maybe
Yeah, I was gonna ask when we arrived there. Wait, did we actually buy com beads and stuff? And I was like, okay, then I guess
they're called microbeads. I think
that's the one. Yeah.
1 or 2 of you have them, but
Yeah, no, since there was like post haste and we had to go and with urgency and all that.
Well, it was post haste to the apartment. Then we got to the apartment, and the data pad is suddenly going, "Hey, there's a truckload of illicit goods here."
Yeah, and then we got advice to go there as soon as possible.
No.
That's all. We had to secure that shipment.
Well, I suppose we secured the shipment at the cost of your legs.
Oh,
yeah, if your companions are willing to part with cash, as it were, you can get a set of good cybernetic legs.
Yeah, we'll have to have a discussion and see how we want to split that additional 12,000.
Well, there's one person that can access it.
There you go.
Yeah, true.
And has access to the other funds that were mentioned.
So one guy controls 14.5.
Yeah, phone gelt for actually in cash.
Oh yeah, we
How much each was that?
It was 250 in the chest, so we have 50 each.
Additional 50 each. And by the next session, will our income have come in, or is that like
No, that's
monthly?
per month.
Yeah, that's monthly. Okay.
That's monthly. Yeah.
Right, well, I guess while I'm in the hospital, I'll be having a few drinks.
Yeah, don't spend all of our money on drinks, please.
I
don't have access to all the
lots of
funds.
drugs here.
Yeah, those stormtrooper combat meds are very interesting.
Yeah, they're right.
First one's free.
Yeah, exactly.
You might want to read what they do first. Because most of them have a really, really good initial effect.
Really great
Sure,
effect, but an awful come down, yeah.
Exactly.
Some of them permanently remove stats.
Oh dear.
No more wisdom for you.